Guys, I'm here with another video. Haven't had one for a little while actually, and this one's going to be a post-game commentary from a game that I just had. Wow, that sounds very loud. And I was playing as a Bard support in this game versus Ashe Janna, and I wanted to upload this game in particular because I think that I made some really good plays and it's a good example of how to snowball games. This was a very one-sided game, so this is a kind of an extreme example, I guess. But at the same time, I think it's an example of good mechanics combined with decent macro play and using pings to communicate well with your team and so on. So I'm just going to set this camera to me. So in this game, Ashe Janna is kind of a poke lane, I would say. Ashe and Janna are looking to not get CC'd and to poke with Ashe W and basically chain slows on us with Ashe basic attacks and Janna W slow, and they're looking to just poke us and run away. What they're not looking to do is get caught by my Bard stun, my Q, and basically poke us out and put pressure on us to the point where my W healing is not good enough. So in this game we didn't have to leash. The Sejuani started red buff on her own for some reason, which makes it quite low, so I wasn't so sure about that, but I did ask her and she was fine with that. So we go into lane before they do, meaning we get the push advantage. Notice how I'm auto-attacking the wave in order to get us a push lead and get us level 2. You see that'd be very important in 1 second. So I see that Janna uses a shield on Ashe. So now I know that there's about a 15 or so second window where I can pressure without the Janna being able to do anything but auto attack. So you see I get a Q on her. It would have been nice if I got a empowered auto attack as well, but that's not the end of the world. So I'm constantly auto attacking when these melee minions die. You see we get level 2 and I immediately walk up to pressure them. Now the Ashe for some reason decides to stick around thinking that she can contest, so I call a bluff on that and I get stunned against the wall, and that leads to a level 1 kill. Desire didn't even need flash there, to be honest. I mean, it was okay to secure the kill, but I had my ignite ticking on her, so I think she would have died anyway, but still totally fine. So the Janna hits level 2 and we've got a big wave pushing in. It's really good for us to have both of the AD stuns out of the way and we get the kill. And she's level 1, so she has to walk all the way back and she's missing all of this CS in the tower. It's about this point in the game, about 3 minutes, we start having to worry about the jungler. So you see here I actually back away from hitting the tower and putting pressure on them to go and get Chime, and I ward. Now in this moment I see that basically the Ashe is just going to be returning to the lane and she's going to be under the tower, so it's going to be difficult for me to pressure her. So I make a level 3 roam. I ping this for the fizz. I unfortunately missed the Q there, which I think would have bagged me the kill. Quite unfortunate, but thanks to my mid lane roam we do get the Karma flash, and I also leave a shrine there for the fizz just to help him heal up and push the wave. Then I move back down towards bot. I also see this blast plant being taken. You see I put a ping down to show where the Gragas was, so I know that the Gragas is currently bot side, so I don't want to play too aggro on them, as in like I don't want to portal into them and get Gragas comboed. So I'm staying right here at the minute. I'm actually waiting for the Sejuani to finish doing blue buff. I'm pinging her to come help me because I can then portal us both in for a really nice gank. I know that this was warded right here, but obviously they can't ward. They haven't warded over the wall for the portal gank. So we do a quick portal over. The Janna doesn't expect it. She gets CC'd to death, and that's another easy kill. And then knowing that the Ashe is level 2, we're both level 3, I walk up to her past the wave, get the slows on her. So Sejuani kind of bumbles it a little bit. She said she was feeling a little rusty on Sejuani, but we do manage to get the kill, so it's actually totally fine. Because the Sejuani kind of messed up a little bit, as I have to use a heal. But that's not the end of the world. Getting the kill is the most important, and this massive wave crashing in, Ashe doesn't manage. Ashe loses out on a lot of farm and XP from this as well. So this is a really good start for us. I'm base and I buy Spell Thieves and Boots of Speed. Oh, sorry, Frostfang, the upgrade to Spell Thieves. And instead of running bot lane, I actually decide to run kind of between mid and bot right here. I'm watching mid right now, and you see I actually start to tap over. I ping so Fizz can fight out, and then I just portal in and go for the repeat gank, knowing that she has no flash. I did want to donate the kill over to Fizz, but unfortunately my electrocute took it. Not the end of the world, but getting the kill is the most important thing, and then I run back bot. So the Karma's probably pretty tilted, having 2 repeated ganks at 5 minutes into the game, and from kind of awkward angles as well, because Bard can gank from weird angles with his portal. So that's gone really well for us so far. Now Janus steps really far, and I managed to get stun against the wall, and we get the Janus flash out of the way. I then portal in and secure the kill onto Janna. You'll notice that Janna was actually level 5 for that, because she's been taking the solo XP because the Ashe has been dead twice already. But I knew that as soon as I got the stun against the wall, that we would be able to win the all-in fight. So here I'm literally just standing on the control ward. So the control ward ensures that I'm not within vision. The Ashe goes up to contest me, and she kind of like back and forths me for a little while. I'm kind of okay with this. I'm just standing here. The reason why I'm standing exactly here is because I can portal over the wall to safety, so I'm not in any immediate danger, even if the Gragas was right in the river. And also I want to stand out of vision on a control ward, so that I kind of threaten the roam to mid. They don't know exactly where I am. So I'm actually staying in bot. Janna thinks that I was gone, so I just pressure the Dire. I come back down, put the slows on her, and we get another, or we actually get a double kill that time, which is really nice for us. Now what I actually make a mistake right here. I don't realise that both mid and jungle are in bot lane, and they managed to team up on me and Zaya and get the double kill. So that was a pure mistake from mine and Zaya's part, not to realise that both of them were so close to us. I was actually looking to clear this pink ward, but seeing that Karma wasn't in mid, I should have played it more cautiously, and if I was closer to this wall, then I could have E'd away over here. The Gragas did flash E me, so maybe I wouldn't have been able to get away anyway, but we can debate that for a while, but it's a strict mistake. So Sejuani's actually pressuring the Gragas right here. He hits level 6 and casts her into him, even though it's a 2v1, so he should actually be casting her away and trying to get away. Kind of risky of the Sejuani to do that, because the bot lane could roam up and help, but we actually do manage to get the kill. I'm back on the map and now I can immediately ping for a gank on the bot lane. The Ashe flashes away and leaves this Janna up to dry. It was a good flash from the Ashe, because she would have been dead anyway, but that was basically a freebie, and we're just kind of bullying this bot lane really hard. Sejuani even wants to go and bully it further, but we now dive up past the turret. I know that Sejuani's got enough PC for me to catch up, and we managed to get the kill onto her as well. I don't think the Sejuani ult was even necessary there, but we do manage to get the kill. And with both of the bot lane gone again, they're now 0-4 and 0-4. They're going to be completely out of the game for at least 30 minutes or so, and that's if we don't keep pressuring them. So just to snowball our lead even further, I helped Zaya get the tower. Notice how I actually I thought that I had left the last hit there, but I was feeling a bit solo carry-ish, so I did actually try for the last hit on the tower. Sometimes you can walk away to let the AD get all of the local gold, and that manages to snowball their gold lead even further, because obviously they're the one doing damage. Snowballing your AD is very important. But in this game, I just felt so bad compared to what I was doing myself. Fizz gets ganked in mid there. Karma lives on 1 HP. This is a bit unfortunate. I couldn't get there and save him in time. Maybe if I was looking, I could have stopped helping Sejuani with the red and gone and helped mid instead. But that's fine, it's not the end of the world. I'll just go and grab meat and then back. I think I have a fair amount of gold right here to spend. And I also want to get boots of mobility, which is going to help my roams and moving around the map even faster. We pretty much, as a whole team, take a base right here. This is really good to do. If you can, if it's appropriate, especially after you take objectives like Dragon or Baron, just take a and you're kind of low on resources, and you know the enemy team's going to be coming back out as well. Just take a back as a whole team, and then you can come back out onto the map, get your vision control, push up waves, and pressure together. Because the worst thing that you can do as a team is pressuring at different times, and that's how. In some games it can feel like you're always outnumbered, and that's because your team's pressuring at different times, you're taking different base times. So, right here the Xayah stays mid, the Fizz decides to come bot. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but I know that these guys really can't do a whole lot to me. And I also see the Gragas coming through the river, so I know this is going to be an outnumbered play. But then my Xayah and such Ryan decides to come down the river, the Gragas thinks he's a big crab. And he gets quickly collapsed on, and then against the wall, I take advantage as well. We get a really excellent play where we get a double kill, and then I try and continue the play because I have ulti. So I actually meant to portal through this as well, but it's not the end of the world. I missed my my Bard stun, unfortunately, my Bard ultimate. But I do manage to hit the Q slow, and with 2 autos and an ignite, I managed to kill the Ashe. Kind of very unfortunate for her. So maybe I could have saved my ultimate, and well, maybe I could have hit it, that would have been even better. Here I'm just trying to get some deep vision inside the enemy jungle so that we can see if the enemy team coming. Here I use my portal really effectively to avoid, basically the Karma sends her Q this way, knowing that my only real escape route is this way, because if I come this way then there's a chance of the team collapsing. But I know that I'm barred, so I don't have to juke this way. So instead I juke this way, dodge the Q, then he tethers me with W, but then I can just portal out, and that's totally fine. If he follows me through the portal, by the way, I can just Q-stone him against the wall. So here there's a bit of an altercation in mid. I decided to come in to put some pressure on. I actually should have come over to the dragon right here. I didn't realise that it was being contested, so he actually steals the dragon, but that leads him to the core. It's good stopwatch from Sage One right there, and we can actually chase all the way in. Not sure if the flash is necessary from me. I think she probably would have died anyway, but I just wanted to make absolutely sure. And then the Karma tries to flash in on Sage One for some unknown reason, and probably gets collapsed upon, dies to our team as well. So there's a lot of mistakes that the enemy team just made. It was a good steal from them, but the damage followed, and then I see the Ashe bot lane, get the slows on her, and me and the Xayah chase him down. You see how Xayah stepped back? Xayah stepped back briefly because he was unsure about turret aggro, so I intentionally stepped forward, take the turret aggro, and then wait until I can tank no more shots. And this allows the Xayah the confidence to go forward, finish off the Ashe, and just walk out of the turret range. So that leaves me very low, but that's totally fine. We got the kill. You'll notice them doing this a lot in LCS, especially for tank support. Unfortunately, the Dragon splashes down the Xayah right there. Not a lot I can do for her because I'm 1 HP as well. Yeah, you'll notice a lot of the tank supports and like top lane tanks will do that intentionally, walk up to take turret aggro so that their team can dive without worrying about the tower. So I take it back here because I was 1 HP, and I decided to get my Twin Shadows, which is going to help with initiation and so on. And the top lane, which we haven't really been visiting at all. I could have made a visit to the top lane, but it seemed like there was such easy pickings from mid place to be had in bot lane, so I actually just kind of left it be. But they get the top lane tower, which is good, and I see them trying to make a play on Fizz, so Fizz flashes away. I managed to get ulti. I was trying to get them both, and then I got activated from Shadow to get the slows on Karma. She dies, and then we also, because of my ulti on the Gragas, managed to catch up to him and kill him as well. So decently played by me. I was trying to get the Karma in the ulti as well, but she did dodge out the way with her easy speed. I knew that if she tried to juke it, then I'd be able to follow her all the way as well. The nice thing about Bard is that he has good follow potential. Even if you don't hit your ultimate, then the fact that they have to juke it and walk out the way of it means that you can catch up with them with your twin shadows, your auto slow, Q, etc, etc. So here Janna tries to put some vision down, we immediately contest her, force her to use ultimate and back away. You see how we have complete bot side vision control, we have all of the bushes boarded, and this means that we can constantly walk up and get some damage on the tower. We are trying to be kind of careful about the Gragas. The Gragas eased forward, misses his D, and then I immediately punish that with a Q stun, and we get killed. This means we get the mid lane to 2. Fizz disconnects from the game, but honestly we don't need him at this point. Azaya and me and Sejuani are so strong. So I go to Warden topside and I see that the Aatrox is missing, so I'm pinging my Azaya away. I missed the Q, but I get the auto and then just immediately back off, because I know that the rest of their team is there and they could engage on us and get a 2v4 play. So it's important to know your limits, even when we are ahead or I'm only taking even fights. I say that as I immediately go and help Sejuani out from bad situation, and then I get a bit of a god Q, double stun on both the bot lanes, and then oh my god, look at this play. The Xayah pulls 3 of them back, all 3 of them rooted, and we actually 3v5 them, and mostly win right here, and then the game ends because they surrendered. So hope you learned something. This was a quick 16-minute FF from them. We eventually made their bot lane go 1-15, and we also looked at helping Fizz to pressure mid, gave him a few ganks, used the fact that Calm was no flash to know that the repeat gank could be easy, and playing with your jungler as well, knowing where your jungler is and when you can pressure as Bard, you can portal your jungler in to help with interesting gank patterns and quick ganks from weird angles. Also, when the Sejuani was invading the bot side jungle, I would often come and help him, like with the stealing red and so on, and just generally tipping the fights in our favour with Bard's quick ability to move around the map with his Moby boots and his Meeks passive. Really helped snowball the game. And yeah, I thought this was just an excellent game to showcase that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully I'll be back with more when I've got another good game that I want to share. Thanks.